Hi friends, and in this series of videos we are going to solve lead code problems using Python. Okay, in this video we are going to solve the first problem, which is two sum. Before moving into coding, we need to understand how it works, what is the problem is, and what are the outputs they are expecting. This is what we need. Okay. Let's come here and let's see. This is the statement. They are going to give an array of numbers. For here in Python we have list. So let us take it as list of numbers, list of integers in name of nums, and they are going to give a target. For example, you can see here, if this is the list of integers, then the target is 9. Okay. This is going to the object is going to return two numbers. So not the two numbers, indices of two numbers, that is index of two numbers, such that if we add the two numbers, we will get that target. Okay. So if we add the two numbers, for example, if the number is 2 and 7, then if we add those two numbers, then we will get 9. So if this list is given as an input, then we need to return 0 and 1. So 0th index and first index as a list. Okay, 0th index and first index as a list, where we will get this 2 plus 7 is equal to 9 as target. Okay, so you can see the explanation here. Okay, so we need to return 0 comma 1. So it's very simple, right? Yeah. There is an assumption that each input would have exactly only one solution. Each input have only one solution, that is only two numbers which will give this target. Okay, if we have a list of 10 or 20 numbers, then out of that list only two numbers is going to give this target. Okay, so this is a simple assumption, and so that we are not need to use this element wise. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So let's have this one. So we have a method called as toSum, right? Before this one, we can execute it in our IDLE, and we can able to know how it will work in each step. Okay, so let's go into our IDLE. Okay, so here this is the thing. When I am calling this method, it need to return something that yeah. So when we are giving a list and then target, then this method is going to return us a list of indices. Okay, so let's define a method here, so which is toSum. Okay, so if we are defining something inside class, then we have attributes at a parameter called as self, which is nothing but the object. Okay, so second one, it is going to be a array, and the third one, it is going to be a target. Okay, so let us have like this, nums and target. Okay, so it is going to be a nums and target, sorry. So nums and target. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, this is that, sorry. Okay, so this is that example. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we are going to get this two. Okay, and we are going to we are going to get the difference between the target and this two, which is going to be 7, right? So we are going to store that 7 as a key in a dictionary. Okay, so that if we are getting that dictionary back, sorry, that value back, so that we can able to match that value with the key in the dictionary. Okay, let's execute it. So let's say I'm going to have a dictionary which is called as map. Okay, so this is to map the differences. Okay, so now I'm going to iterate through its index number and the value. Okay, so I'm going to iterate through its index number and the value. So how we can get the index number? We can get the index number through a method called as enumerate, right? So if I pass this list inside this enumerate, so it is going to give us index number with the value. So I is our index number. So now I am going to get the difference between the target, okay, and the next one is value, which is j, right? So let's assume the first one I is going to be, so let's assume here first one I is going to be 2 for the first element, and sorry, first element I is index, right? So it is going to be 0 and j is going to be 2. Okay, so now here let's say the target is already, it is going to be 9, right? So target is equal to 9 and j already we have it as 2, so now the difference is going to be 7, right? So now what we are going to do is, let us check whether there is any 7 is there in the dictionary. Okay, so if the difference is in dictionary, okay, if the difference is in dictionary already, if the 7 is there in the dictionary, then we are going to return, I'm just going to print here. Okay, so then I'm going to print index of this number and also the index, sorry, and also the index which we are going to store in the dictionary. Okay, so this will be the index of j, I think so. Okay, so index of j, index of, it is dictionary actually, so index of difference. Okay, so we are going to print it as a list. Okay, so else what we are going to do is, we are going to add this value as a key. Okay, so we are going to add this value as a key and the index I as a value to that dictionary. Okay, so now we can see when this line is executing, we are going to check whether there is any value, any key with the value difference, which is 7. Okay, so then this will be a false statement, so it will move into X, and now you can see in this map, one thing will be added. What will be added? This map will be like this, like key will be 2, sorry, and the index is going to be 0. So this is going to be the first element in the map, right? So now this loop is going to execute the second time, and then if in the second time index will be 1 and the value is going to be 7, right? So value is going to be 7. Now the target is 9. Now the difference is 9 minus 7, which is 2, right? 9 minus 7, which is 2. So now we are going to check whether the difference is there in the map. Yes. So difference is 2, right? So key is already there. 2 is already there in the map. So now it is going to print the map and difference. Okay. So let's once execute this, and let's confirm whether it is going to print. Yes. So you can see what it is printing. It is printing the current index and the index value of 2 in our dictionary. Okay, got it. So now we need to return this one. So let us say return. Okay, so we need to return this one, and let me delete all these things. Let me delete all those things, and let me copy this code. Okay, so now I'm going to paste this code in the toSum program. Okay, so let me run this code, and you can see the code is accepted. So we are getting the answers executed. So let's submit this code. So you can see your code is accepted, and yes, it is done. So this is how you can execute a Leetcode program, and yeah, let us see with another program in the next video. Okay, so bye bye.